because you won't listen. We all agree again? All right, as the Socceroos prepared a challenge for the World Cup tonight, we thought we might cast our minds back to the last time we qualified for football's greatest prize. That year was 1974. That coach was Rale Rasic. Good evening to you.
Very good.
Good to see you again.
Nice to see you, mate.
Yes.
Before we talk about this World Cup, let's go back to 74. You assemble the Socceroos for the very first time and you order roast beef, rare roast beef, very rare roast beef. Why did you choose that?
Oozing with blood.
Now, firstly, when I came to Warunga to meet the management, they said to me that, I said, how many cooked meals you have? He said, breakfast and dinner. I said, what about lunch? He said, no. He said, it's sandwiches. I said, we have other option. That's a hotel across the road.
Right.
And then they called the chef, and he was Fijian. He said, hey, man, what do you want? And I said to him, not what I want, is what you're going to do for us, and so on. And we just sat around the table. It was typical Aussie environment.
Counter lunch kind of thing.
Oh, very much so. He said, anyway, who's going to pay for it? I said, don't worry. Gave him telephone. I said, ring Arthur George. He said, excuse the expression, give the bastard whatever he wants. And this is how it started. First night was, I instructed chef not to have a round plate, to have oval plate.
Right.
And I said, how big piece of beef can you get us? He said, as big as you can. Get the biggest. How big knife can you get us? He said, bigger. Get the biggest. And a few bottles of wine. And I asked the players later on, because they were cutting their own steak. I said,
They're grown up. They can do that.
Yeah. Show off.
A good soccer player. A good soccer player.
So the boys were cutting, and they were using quite a few naughty words.
Yeah.
Right? And
Was it tough?
I took them to the next room, and I said, did you enjoy it? I said, yes, but bit of blood in it. And I said, that's exactly exact point where I want you. I said, I need that blood from you for coming 4 years. Yep. And that's how he started, really. That's the story.
We saw the Socceroos on their flight over, just gone over there, and they're wearing masks and, you know, oxygen masks, and they're in, everything's organised. And
first class sleeping.
What was it like the first time when you went over?
On the wings? Were you strapped onto the wings?
No, look, for those days when we left from here was the best that we could, and wasn't first class or business class even. But those days we didn't mind. That was just the way that we were preparing. I don't mind people doing everything scientifically today. You know, it's times in sport have changed, and you can't be jealous about it. But I think if you can't play football, God can't help you.
No, that's right. And a mask can't help you.
Business class
can help
exactly.
Good luck to them. They are all professional people playing with the top clubs in Europe.
And it's not just them taking advantage of technology either, right? Is it? I mean, that's right across the board in all sports. They're taking advantage of technology.
Absolutely. And so it's a long flight, you know, but I think they can relax quite a bit, because they're going 10 days before the match.
Without being recognised, because they've got a mask on.
Raleigh, tell us about that 75. I was a bit young to remember too much, but I hear you were the great heroes. What happened? Like, how did it unfold? I hear you didn't score a goal. So why do we refer back to it so kindly?
Your memory can't get you back that we became Asian champions, not fifth in Asia.
Right.
Asian
you were the best in Asia.
Korea,
qualified.
Japan, Israel, Iran.
You beat them all.
Is that how you qualified?
Yes. So it wasn't 32 countries, it was only 16 countries.
That's right.
The World Cup final.
And some smarty wrote something about it. He said countries, but my former country, Yugoslavia, is divided now into 5, and all 5 could have qualified for a World Cup.
So it was twice as hard then, Mano.
Exactly.
Yes.
Well, it was, So you were good just to get there.
Yes, but I personally don't deny Socceroos, you know, whichever they qualify. The country for 32 years become totally desperate, right?
Yes.
Everybody in this country have been really shattered. 83,000 people plus 20 million behind them at Telstra Stadium. That was phenomenal feeling. And I would like to see a person who that evening didn't have a tears in his eyes.
Yes.
You went,
so
Yes.
so
You
it's
must-
phenomenal.
Oh, you know, it's
you must
terrific.
have tears in your eyes when you get back. You're the hero, and the Australian Soccer Federation dump you. That shocked me. And after all these years, what was the story? Why did they do that?
I think, Mike, paving the way, I just came back from Europe very fresh, new ideas, completed my university degree, completed coaching school, and spent 4 years coaching before I became Socceroo coach. I was so ambitious. I wanted to implement psychology, and someone called it psychiatry.
All right.
Good friend of mine. Brian,
So you were totally unsuited.
friend of mine.
You trained, you become a university graduate, you coach the soccer. So you were totally unsuited to the job.
very much so. But I said to the boys, I said, how often did you train under Joe Vlasic, who was previous coach? He said 3 times, 4 times a week. I said, after that steak with bit of blood, I said, we need to train 3 times a day. And we train 3 times a day, go for a run early in the morning, then we have a morning session, 11:30 to 1:30, and evening session. But Hus Hidnik said to me on Thursday, he said that our training session average is between 2.5 and 3 hours twice a day. So you are working for six hours a day, not any longer 3 times a week.
That's why they got oxygen mask, Billy.
Exactly.
Getting over training.
Rale, you did struggle to score goals at the World Cup, didn't you, when you went there 30-odd years ago?
Yeah.
Who was the player you were expecting to do that? Because we're all expecting that Harry Kewell will do that. He'll be the man to score the goals. Who was it back then that you were hoping was going to do the job?
No match in the world can be won with one player. Give you that 100%.
Rale, who are you playing here, just while it's on the screen?
This is West Germany. That's the first goal by Overath.
Right.
Absolutely stunning goal. But what you didn't notice, we made that basic error. We played that ball back to him, and he just punished us in an absolute phenomenal style. You know, I mean, you can't argue over that. So to tell you the story of no goals, East Germany, regarded as robots of European football, have not lost for 18 months in Europe. West Germany was expected and did win at the end, right? And Chile was second-rated South American country. Right. One report about Chile from Eric Waddington came to me. I sent him to see the match in Berlin between West Germany and Chile. And Eric said to me, there's nothing much to report, only 2 big lads at the back. And I said, then I looked who was a big lad at the back. He was 3 times South American Player of the Year.
Right.
And you are not allowed in South America to call him Figueroa. Right. You must call him Don Elias Figueroa.
Oh, really?
Right.
The Don.
I said, 2 big lads, and you know, that big lad was one of the best players in South America and so on. So they were 3 great teams and 3 opportunities we had. We had against West Germany, we hit the post. Aboni hit the post. Alston was 1-on-1 when he beat Beckenbauer. Against East Germany, 59-60th minute, we are still 0-0. And bit naive in only one situation, naive, 1-0.
How many of the boys are still around? We know Johnny Warren's passed on. Is there any of the other 74 teams?
We unfortunately mentioned Johnny, and I admire what Johnny has done. Johnny always was and will be sporting icon in this country for me. But we forget that most wonderful human being, Jimmy Mackay, who scored that goal from 30 meters, and that got us to the World Cup. And unfortunately, his name doesn't get mentioned very often.
Well, we know what happened in '74. Let's go forward to 2006. Everybody must be asking you, how are we going to go?
Look, we are prepared for a second stage. Everybody is talking about it. If our administration realized for 32 years what was needed, you cannot have a successful army unit without general. 32 years later, we discovered general. And that general, over a short period of time, 18 working days, 3 months' time, put the unit together, which is very competitive. If you saw against Greece on Thursday, we dominated in every department that you would think about, especially in the technical terms. That's the first time ever that we dominated the team in every sense. And the goal, world-class goal by Skoko.
It was good to win an away game too.
Exactly.
Raleigh, a lot of people, a lot of commentators, knowledgeable people are saying we're going to struggle to score goals at the World Cup this time. We don't have, unless Harry Kewell fires up, we don't have the attacking strike power. Do you think that's right?
No, that's wrong. You know what Huss's philosophy is?
No, what is it?
When we lose the possession, we defend with 11. When we have possession, we attack
with 11.
With 11, he said, I prefer second option.
Yeah, exactly.
Playing with the ball.
So we will have a go.
These things have never and will never change.
But do you think the makeup of the team is stronger in attack, in defence than it is in attack?
They are fantastic individuals. I think our strength is really our midfield.
Right.
Such a gift. Bresciano, Kyle, if he's fit, Jan Kulina is playing well. You see, Skoko is not even regular. Have a look.
Had a great game.
The goal. So our strength is midfield, and with the Huss's philosophy, he adds with Duka and Harry to defend the same time. So that's very, very, very strong unit. And so,
it is.
You know, they are a fantastic team.
Can we beat Japan?
But look, if we don't beat Japan, we can pack up the bags and go home. Do you think that we will beat Brazil or Croatia after that?
We need to beat
We have to beat Japan.
So that's our World Cup. If we've got to get past Japan.
Victory against Japan. And probably Zico is saying the same, we must beat Australia.
We will beat Japan.
Raleigh, it's so good to see you again and to see you looking so fit and well too.
Yes.
Fit before the World Cup, you have to be fit really, because would be 64 matches.
How old are you, Raleigh?
Should I discover? You see, this is the year when we qualify. I will be 71 this year.
You are in fantastic shape.
Unbelievable.
You're a pain in the arse, Raleigh.
Am I?
We don't like someone looking as fit as you at 71.
Thanks for dropping on in.
Great pleasure.
Rale Rasic, who coached the Socceroos way back there in '74. Quick break.